Rosco and welcome to EV Marketplace on a Wednesday night. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching live on YouTube or Facebook, or if you're watching on catch up, thanks for joining us on EV Wednesday. And I think Ludicrous, Tom and the gang are back. Ludicrous Feed is back later at 9 o'clock tonight to round out your EV Wednesday. And there's plenty of action, plenty of YouTube to watch in between. I think plenty of reviews of the Aeon UT out this week. So a lot to catch up on in between, but we've got plenty for you tonight as well. I'm Rosco, you're watching EV Marketplace, and we've got later on the show new owners, well, not so new owners now, of a Jaecoo J5. We've got Adrian, Brandy and Stella joining us from This Stella Life, and they've taken delivery of a Jaecoo J5 only a few months ago, and they're exploring and finding their way amongst the incredible new world of owning an EV. We're looking forward to catching up then in the second half of the show. Before that, we have a chat to Riz Akhtar from Carlo. He joins us chatting about the incredible sales rise again, the resurgence of the Tesla Model Y. We're seeing a lot of Model Ys on the used EV market at AmazingEV, and I want to have a chat to Riz what he saw as Tesla seemed to have had a great month in July, split out the sales numbers of the Model Y and the YL, and going gangbusters on both fronts. I want to get his thoughts as well, but I'm Rosco. Strap yourselves in for another week of deals, data, and discovery, and we're opening with a bit of breaking news tonight. That maybe I was the last person to see him that in Australia that really made a difference. Maybe in this conversation, when I sat down with him for an interview in the Tesla and had a chat to him only a month or so ago, when he was out talking to some people to shore up the cars, the sponsors and so forth for everything electric. Maybe it was something I said, because it doesn't appear that I actually stopped talking to give him a chance to speak. And I don't know what's happened. He's obviously moving on to better and brighter things. I'm looking forward to it and hope to see you guys there. We'll certainly be there making the most of it. And again, we wish Dan all the best and hope to catch up with him then as well. But in the meantime, it has been a fantastic time for AmazingEV, our own dedicated EV marketplace. Listings have just gone gangbusters in the last couple of weeks again. We've really had a lift off. Cars like this one, Tesla Model Y Performance 2023 in Stealth Grey, and got me thinking about Teslas and Tesla Model Ys. We're getting a lot on the market, and I'm wondering, I thought perhaps I better have a chat to Riz Akhtar to see what's going on with the new car sales, because there's some strange things going on with Tesla behind the scenes. Interested to see what's driving that growth. You might remember the sales back in June and July, they were going gangbusters again for Tesla Model Y. I'll put my glasses on to have a look, but normally July is a quiet month. Normally the first month of every quarter has been quiet. January 2026, 288 Model Ys delivered. April, 822. And then suddenly out of the blue, July, 4,644. So it was out of trend. Interesting that they had such huge demand based on the petrol spikes. No doubt, we don't have any inside information, but The interesting thing to me was they started to split out the difference between the Model Y and the Model YL. That's that new long base version. And the Model YL did 2,429. So over half of those were the new YL. I was a bit on the fence as to whether I might like it or whether how popular it would be, but it turns out no matter what I thought, the customers have voted. As you can see, that is a very impressive figure at it, and which was a bumper month in July. I thought I'd have a chat to Riz because he's got more insights. He collects the data, he counts the numbers on the new cars, and he's got a few more insights. So I thought I'd have a chat to him. We caught up last night. Hey Riz, thanks for joining me at EV Marketplace on a Wednesday night. I just can't believe this Tesla Model Y. There's no keeping it down after the June figures. Amazing. And then after a normal July, we'd normally expect it to just die off a bit. But what do you think happened this time?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of different factors, but it's good to see Tesla getting a few runs on the board again after sort of going through a bit of a lull period,
Yeah,
especially now with the high interest in electric cars, as we've seen with on the back of fuel prices, but also this new model that they've got,
yeah,
the Model Y, six-seater Model YL,
yeah.
which seems to have been very, very popular.
It is a stunning car. I'm surprised. I sort of didn't like it, and I wasn't sure how it would go. But I'm not surprised really that the demand for a six-seater, genuine six-seater, has been so strong. So probably not as surprising. And I know a few people poo-pooed it a bit, but yeah, I'm probably not surprised. But what I am surprised about is Tesla actually finally splitting out the sales numbers. Um, and there they are for June, July, where they did again. July is normally a quite a month for
Yeah,
Tesla. I
first
can't believe
month of
they pushed on, right? Mm.
Yeah, first month of every quarter is a little bit quiet. I guess there's a couple of factors working for us.
Yeah.
One, this car is currently not available in Europe. I know it's just
Okay.
about, as we're recording this, it's just about to go on sale in Europe,
Okay.
but it is not currently. It's only made in Shanghai, and
Yeah.
obviously in the US at Texas, it started to be made last month.
Yeah.
So it's not going to Europe. So Shanghai factory isn't producing cars for China, Europe, and Australia and New Zealand
Yeah.
markets. So we were lucky from that point of view. And now that you know, they also Tesla's wants to try and make the most of this current situation. They've got a pretty big,
Yeah.
from the looks of things, order backlog,
Yeah.
which means that they've got a supply. So it's a good thing if they can get a few runs on the board, get these
Yeah.
cars out there, and people will genuinely share it with others. And I think, you know, that's one part of the story, that we are getting stuff that normally would be maybe taken up by Europe, which,
Yeah.
let's just say October could be a very different first month of the
Yeah.
quarter,
Yeah. Have you
but it's
have you
good to
dri-
see.
have you driven one of these?
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's exceptionally efficient for
Yes.
its size. You don't feel that, like when you're driving, you don't feel the difference as
Yeah.
it being anything bigger than a standard Model Y.
Yeah.
And
I've got the
Mm.
specs up there. She's almost 5 meters long. It's a big unit, right? Yeah. It's I've
Yeah,
seen
it's a
one that
big car.
it fills up the length of a car park. Yeah. Mm.
And also, like, the other part is, it's the longest range Model Y you can buy.
Okay.
So it's got like
Yeah.
680 odd kilometers, I think, from
Yeah.
memory, range. Um, You
They,
can't buy any other Tesla Model Y or any other car, to be honest,
yeah.
that has a similar size battery pack that can deliver this sort of range. Extremely efficient, compatible with the supercharger networks,
Yeah.
all the other good things that um, these cars come with, or that Teslas come with these days.
Yeah.
And it has a pretty very high possibility that it will have the FSD supervised also coming via software update, because it's a different car and they haven't done a lot of testing on it.
Yeah.
It's in the works.
So that's
Yeah,
still coming through. Yeah, and I mean they had the big FSD push late last year. That was their big thing. Then this,
yeah,
and yeah, look, the Model 3 sales have fallen right away, and I
oh
guess
yeah,
that's some symptomatic of sedans in general. I wouldn't be bringing a sedan to market, but yeah, just amazed that FSD was the story. This one's going to get FSD, but yeah, those sales figures 4,644. And
Mm,
the split there that I saw, yeah, for July, 2,215 of the regular Model Y and yeah,
yeah.
it beat it, 2,429 for this new long wheelbase model. So,
Uh, yeah, look, it's a really good car. It's priced well, but also like we have to remember this is probably its second big month of sales and
yeah,
deliveries. So it would be good to see the average of this as we sort of get into later on this quarter and
yeah,
early next quarter to see what that looks like. But I
yeah,
think where this settle would probably be, I wouldn't be surprised if it makes up anywhere between 30 to 40% of their sales every month
yeah,
because it's there's nothing else at the moment in the market that you can get that has 6 seats, is
yeah.
fully electric, has the obviously the charging network to go with it, and
Hmm,
potentially the ability to have FSD supervised down the
yeah.
track. It sits in a very unique position.
It is amazing. Are you getting any buzz out of Tesla about any more models? Because they're, I mean, they're sort of down to a one model car, one model company. They've got the two variants of this, but yeah, really, it's you're hearing much about or anything about the two-seater yet?
Look, I don't think they're going to. The only two-seater they will make will be the Cybercab, the
Mm,
robotaxi.
yeah,
But I think everything else is they're putting a lot of they're hedging their bets on the Model Y,
yeah,
and of course Model YL has provided that resurgence. Um, I think it's uh, they might look at bringing maybe something like um, a rear-wheel drive long range, so get rid of
yeah,
the all-wheel drive altogether because this should be the my Model YL should be the all-wheel drive long
yeah,
range. So maybe they'll go down that path. They did that with the Model 3 last year, right? They
yeah,
got rid of the all-wheel drive long range and just had a long range rear-wheel drive.
yeah. And that standard one, we've seen that in the States, that really basic standard one without even the light bar at the
Yes.
front and the enclosed. Any word on that you've heard? Any vibe on that?
Well, there's some reports out of China that they are considering it strongly in terms of
Yeah,
making it there, and if it gets made in China, we're very likely to get it.
yeah,
But that time frame can generally be from anywhere between 3 to 6 months,
mm,
which is pretty quick in the car company world,
yeah.
but it's a little bit slow in Tesla world. So, if it does happen, we will probably know by the end of this year.
I quite like that style without the light bar. I couldn't do without my sunroof anymore. I don't know why they've covered that up.
Yes.
And some of the more basic features I can do without the screen in the back, but I'm a fan of that new style. So look, it's personal preference like everything. But
Well, yeah, and for that car, I think the best option. I know a lot of people want SUVs, but I think the more affordable version, the Model 3, looked better
yeah,
because it
me,
literally
me,
looked like
me
a
too.
standard
Yeah.
Model 3
Yeah.
with getting rid of a few bells and whistles.
Yeah.
I think they do need a car that's more fleet friendly.
Yeah.
That's been something that's been missing in Tesla for a while, and fleets don't like to pay any more than what they've already needed, than what
No.
they've had to pay. A lot of Uber drivers and others, as you know,
Yeah.
like in our market, you see them driving around. They're generally driving a used Model 3 or a used
Yeah.
Model Y because it's affordable enough and it gives
Exactly.
them the fuel savings and everything. But if larger fleets, let's say if the rental fleets decided to have another look at EVs because they did a couple of years ago and dropped
Yeah.
them like a sack of hot potatoes, if they decide to go back and do that again, then this could be a good offering for them. So yeah, let's watch this space. I think
Yeah.
the key takeaway is Tesla isn't dead in terms of the Australian market and its sales.
Yeah.
This resurgence, I think, is going to be it's just an easy car to recommend to anybody.
It's still, I know, and there's still, I haven't looked at the we're both Tesla owners, full declaration.
Yes,
We're
of
both
course.
Tesla owners. I haven't looked at the new one yet, but what we are seeing from Amazing EV, our used EV marketplace, is
Mm,
a lot of people trading or trying to trade Model Ys and buying new ones. I'm certainly seeing that from the buyer profile and the seller profile. Guys that are selling Model Ys like this one for 42 grand. Great battery state of health on this one. There's got a picture of the certificate there, 92.7% on what a car that's
wow.
done 60 odd thousand Ks with the Avalue test. It's all par. It's all all on spec, all going well. Everything's as expected, and people are still getting this is probably 40 now. They peaked out big time in
Yes.
March, April. It was crazy times, but they're coming back, and I'm seeing a lot more on the marketplace now, and they are definitely getting a little bit cheaper again. But I certainly think that's something to do with Tesla not giving the trade-in prices that people probably would really like to see. In fact, there might be a big difference. And I've had a couple of anecdotal examples where they're nowhere near what a reasonable retail price would be. So starting to see a lot more Tesla Model Ys for anyone out there coming back. If you don't want to go a new one, you like the older one, plenty of these ones in there. Yeah, they're virtually unbreakable. There's not much going wrong with these. And again, I can speak from experience. Going really well up to 100,000 Ks without a single problem at all. So
Oh, I think that's the key thing as
yeah,
well, that the drivetrains are bulletproof. The interior, yes, it can be for some of the older models. We're talking 2019,
yeah,
2020. Some things can peel off, and I'm saying that as an owner of
yeah,
those type of vehicles. But they're basically anything made in Shanghai, which
yeah,
is any car after 2021. It's
yeah,
really well built and put together, and I think that's still, there's a lot of, and we're big advocates of newer brands in the market as well, and we'll probably touch on some stuff soon, but
yeah,
that's something that Tesla still holds over pretty much everybody else. And it's that I think, and with the convenience of supercharging,
exactly.
um it's one of those things, if you haven't experienced it, you
Yeah,
won't know what a huge convenience it is. So yeah, I think it's worth having a look at quality used stock.
yeah. And I would hate, that rumor about Tesla having to divest or thinking about divesting the Shanghai operations. Yeah, I'm thankful, and it's actually given me hope and I'm extremely happy and proud to have bought a car that's come from there, because it's given me certainty and surety about quality, about reliability, which perhaps was not a conversation we would have had a long time ago. But it
Hmm.
certainly it just makes me feel a hell of a lot better that it was actually built there. And as I say, yeah, not much going wrong on a Tesla Model Y even after 100,000 Ks. And that number is creeping up and up. The confidence levels are growing with used EV buyers, where they used to be worried about 50 Ks. They used to be worried at 70, 100 Ks. After 2 or 3 years, no problems at all. You wouldn't have the same confidence in a nice car, that's for sure. So
No.
we're on a secret mission in Queenstown in New Zealand. Can you share what's going on there?
Yeah, so I'm here in Queenstown. Zeekr Australia is doing the first drives of their 7GT wagon, which is basically the
Yeah,
extremely popular 7X, but in a wagon
yeah,
form. So I'm here to test drive that. So we'll see what that's like
mm,
on a racetrack, and then doing some ice or snow driving with all of their models
yeah,
in a couple of days' time. Hopefully, for all those wagon fans out there,
yeah,
there's some good news that it's definitely on its way, and just see what it's like dynamically, because you can drive an SUV fast on a track and do all this stuff, but
yeah,
it's still a high riding vehicle where
yeah,
people want something that looks, a lot of people want something that looks sleek,
yeah,
something that is that can charge as quick as these cars can. And as I think that's going to be quite an interesting
yeah.
one. So I'll definitely have more to share the next time we get to chat, Roscoe.
There's a bit of demand on that one. That's been at a couple of the last shows, and I think there's a bit of pent up demand for that. So again, Zeekr 7X doing close to 2,000 units a month, outstanding. I think it's still probably the 10th or 11th best selling car in Australia for July. So going gangbusters, Zeekr still. Can't wait to see that one, Riz. Keep warm. Someone's
Thanks, Roscoe.
it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So hey, thanks for the
That's
updates, and
it.
thanks for joining me.
No worries. Catch you next time.
Thank you. That was Riz Akhtar. He was in Queenstown. We spoke to him last night. He's there on behalf of, or thanks to Zeekr, testing that new incredible car. It's a good life for some people, isn't it? But just had a bit of word that some people might have missed that early breaking news. And just thanks to all those people who have joined to watch us, to watch this stellar life a bit later on the show. We'll be with them in about 10 minutes' time. We've got a bit of news, a bit more news, and then we'll be with them about 10 minutes time. So thanks, guys. We've peaked out at 23. That's as good as we've been before. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. And we're going to have a good chat a bit very shortly. Just going back, I think there was a bit of audio problem earlier. Just go back to some news from just before. I think when that music plays, it mutes me, which we'll fix that next time. I just mentioned that unfortunately I got the news through that Dan Caesar, who was the CEO of Everything Electric, put a post up on LinkedIn this morning to say that he'd resigned, and looked at, they hadn't named a replacement. Looked like Sydney might be his last show as CEO. He's coming out. We saw this schedule of events, and he's coming out to anchor a lot of those. So look forward to seeing Dan, and yeah, we'll miss him because again, just started to build a relationship with him, and we haven't done a lot formally with them, but we've been there for the last 2 or 3 years and enjoyed everything they've done. Really been supportive. Really appreciate it. Wish him well on wherever he's going next. We don't know. We again look forward to catching up with him. Hopefully again before the show. We've had him on before earlier this year. And we're hopefully going to chat to him about Everything Electric and what's in store in a couple of weeks' time. So stay tuned for that as well. I jokingly said that I might have been one of the last few to actually speak to him in Sydney, and perhaps, based on this video, this extract of this interview, I might have spent a bit too much time talking, and perhaps, but maybe that had something to do with it, maybe not. We'll see. But moving right along, we've got Brandy, we've got Adrian, and we've got Stella coming up very shortly. But let's go to our next spot. We've got some more news, some more very interesting car news, and I wanted to just break that here now, starting with this one. This is an email from a very dedicated follower. That's all I can say. Who's looking at a new EV. An interesting problem to have. There's so many out there at the moment. We provide some guidance as much as possible with new and used as well. We've got a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, as you've seen in the inbox. But a China and India built BEV is a no-go for the purchase. This viewer, this emailer says, has to be a Japan built or Korean built. And I was going to launch back with a whole diatribe of argument and debate about model choice and what's going on. But then I thought nothing. I was going to go back and launch back with a whole diatribe of debate and interesting comments and my own opinions about why I probably had other thoughts or disagreed with that, particularly the way we've been going in the last couple of years with Chinese models. But then we got this announcement come through in the last couple of days as well from Mitsubishi, of all people. And if you hadn't been following the car market too closely, this may have surprised you a hell of a lot. Mitsubishi announced their very first EV on the Australian market, the ASX VR. And again, if you've never seen anything like this, or it doesn't look like a Mitsubishi at all, again, you might be surprised, but suddenly they can't hold back. They've probably got emissions standard requirements in Australia that they have to meet. Perhaps they just feel finally they've got to get on the bandwagon and get on with it. I know they've got a couple of hybrids, but to me, and I hadn't been following this one, this surprised me a lot. And suddenly this came out of the blue. And I guess the point is, when is it Japanese and when is it not Japanese? Because I'm not sure if this one's Japanese, to be honest. So when is a Japanese E really a Japanese EV? Which makes that question from our emailer even harder. And look, it's a really stylish looking car. Looks really smart, really tidy inside. Looks like it's really well designed. And to be honest, looks nothing like a Japanese car. It's about the size of a Hyundai Kona in length and width. So that's about 4.3 meters, something like that. Looks like a really tidy car. I like the design. It's stylish. And this came via this press release from Mitsubishi, and they harked back to some of their times. Some of us remember the Mitsubishi Lancer, and this apparently inspired that. And it's coming in several models. There's no pricing yet, but I had a chat to Riz off camera yesterday, and it's really got to be around that same sort of price as a Kona. It's got to be around about 40, 41 to even be competitive in this space, given what we know with the Chinese models. So Mitsubishi bringing out what's ostensibly a car that, well, undefined, unknown background, but is it even Japanese? And if you do a bit more research, suddenly it all starts to come together, and it's been available on some of the press earlier this year, and I hadn't been tracking it. This is designed by a Taiwanese company called Foxtron. And if that sounds familiar, it's a car making a subsidiary of Foxconn. Those are the people that everyone knows that make Apple iPhones and a number of other devices. So this is coming via Taiwan. Again, Mitsubishi have been working in cahoots. They've been sharing platforms, they've been sharing models for a long, long time for various markets. This is more the picture and the scenario of this car market nowadays. Even Kia, the EV5 is built in China, the EV3 is built in Korea, and I think we're going to see more and more of that. So going back to our original question, finding a pure Japanese car or a pure not Chinese car is going to be more and more challenging as we go on, as some of these manufacturers look for cheaper ways to build. Interesting thing about that is, the Foxtron, this is the Foxtron Bria. It's out in Taiwan. This was earlier in the year, coming to Australia and New Zealand, but as a Mitsubishi. The other interesting little tidbit, which I find ironic, is that, of course, Foxconn build Apple iPhones. The designers of this car are Pininfarina. Pininfarina used to design Ferrari, and yet the former designer of Apple designed the new Ferrari. So if you follow all that, then you can reach into my mind and see what's going on. But this was designed by the same designers who used to design Ferrari for the manufacturers Apple that have now designed a Ferrari. So where are we in the whole world? But there's even more. And if you thought the new brands hadn't kept coming, here's another new one. I saw this on a billboard in Sydney near the airport, and it's on the website now for sale. It's a four-thing electric. Haven't got a lot of detail about it yet, but it just fascinates me. These models keep coming. This is a Dongfeng brand. We looked at Dongfeng, who are in New Zealand already under their own name with some really tidy looking smaller cars. Haven't got them here under their own name, but Ateco are bringing them. They used to have Citroen, and they used to have a couple of other Alfa Romeo, waxing and waning. So another brand, another car, they're still going to keep coming. Choice is going to be more and more. And to round it off into the new car news, to make this question even harder, whether you go Japanese, Korean, Chinese, this is the new BYD Atto 3 Evo, announced today. Just tidying it up. It's very similar on the inside. Again, it's right smack bang in that $40,000 price range. It tops out, used to start at 50 when it came out 3 years ago. Now for the same thing, 40 grand drive away. That's the mark. So you get a hell of a lot for your 40,000. Makes that question even harder. So look, that's end of our new car news and information. I haven't answered the question. I probably haven't sealed my argument, but all I know is that the Chinese cars are doing extremely well, and we're going to meet some owners of one very shortly. So without further ado, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for watching, Don. Good to see you tonight. Thanks, everybody, and all those people from Bunbury following the Stellar Life, and all our regular viewers. We're on 22. Let's hit the intro, and we'll have a chat to Brandy, Adrian, and Stella just after the break. Guys, welcome to EV Marketplace on a Wednesday night. Hang on, I'll just get you unmuted. Stand by. All the best. How are we going? Good evening. Still not. Hang on.
Everyone. This is Stella. Everyone knows Stella. She's the queen.
Third time lucky. Good evening and welcome to EV Marketplace on a Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. Adrian, Brandy, and Stella. It's nice to be here. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Can you hear me now?
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you for having us. We're really thrilled. This is so different for us, so we're loving it. Yeah.
These guys are on YouTube. At This Stellar Life's on YouTube. We'll touch on their site a bit later on. Everyone follow them as well. They've got their journey, and we came together through some mutual friends, Stan and a few others who follow you guys as well. So yeah, thanks very much for joining us. We always start out and ask, what started you on this EV journey? What was your EV aha moment?
When fuel hit $2.20 a litre and it was going to cost nearly $180 to fill up my diesel car, I thought, I'm out. I am not
That's a no-brainer.
going to be held ransom anymore at a petrol station. And we just thought, oh, well, let's just go have a look. We knew nothing about EVs. We just, you know what? And that's how it all happened.
What was your previous car, and what have you got in the garage? What else did you have in the garage? Yeah.
Well, I had the Santa Fe Hyundai diesel, absolutely beautiful car. Like Hyundais, they're just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Adrian has the Platinum Ford Ranger diesel because that's our tow vehicle for our caravan.
Yeah.
So we split between the EV and diesel for running the caravan.
So again, let's start off and let's have a look at the new baby, right? So it's a
There she is.
it's a Jaecoo J5, and I am fascinated. I'm thrilled to find out how you're enjoying it, because it has been a really popular car. 2,000 odd sales a month. It puts it right up there in the top 10 of EVs, and not far behind some of the top selling cars in Australia. How did you learn about Jaecoo, and again, how did you choose this one?
Well, actually, by accident, we were looking at upgrading the Wild Track Ranger to the Platinum. We went to the Cherry dealer to have a look at, just because they had used cars, and we saw one of these cars, and I just thought, oh my God, that's so futuristic, and looked in the window and saw very simple, but it was futuristic, and we just left. And then when the fuel hit, I went online, electric cars, and boom, the Jaecoo J5. There was a dealer in Bunbury. 5 minutes later, we're down there having a look on a Sunday, just to have a look in the window, and we're like, oh, that's that car that we saw before, that we thought that was, could fly on its own. It was so different to what we're used to.
Did you take it for a drive?
Yeah. We did.
Not on that day, not on the Sunday. We went back the following day on the Monday when the business was open, and they had a demo model. So we took that for a bit of a tour around, and
it's just so weird because it's so different, And I'm like, how do you turn it on? He goes, it's on, and I'm like, but it's not making any noise. I don't understand. How does this work? He goes, just put your foot on the accelerator, and there's no gear lever, and it's a complete.
I've got a short video here of exactly what happened a couple of months ago as to whose decision.
Oh gosh. Bought an EV.
Wow, you bought an EV.
We bought an EV.
You did.
Well, we haven't got it yet, so this is part of the. We were starting to wonder if it was a scam in the end, but no, it's apparently here in Perth. It's at Fremantle Dock.
Time will tell.
So time did tell, and it was real, and it wasn't a scam.
Well, you just didn't. We were told you pay your deposit, and you're like, yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks, and then it's on a boat, and then the boat disappeared, and we're like, well, where did the boat go? And then he goes, oh, I'm not sure, and I'm like, oh my, when is it arriving? No, it was just a communication between the manufacturer and the dealer, and and then in the meantime, I sold my car, so I had no car.
Okay, so you sold privately. You sold privately.
Yeah.
And was that better? Did it end up better than the dealer trade-in?
Well, yeah, I didn't even think about doing the trade-in, and I did sell it privately. So it was an immaculate, beautiful car.
Of course.
Do we want to say what happened to it?
No, we won't say what eventually happened to it, as we found out.
We found out it only lived 3 weeks after they bought it, and I was absolutely devastated. They wrote it off.
Oh, well, really?
It's
didn't break down. Didn't break down, and there was
no. Mechanically, it was fine.
We found it on Facebook for sale for parts, and then they showed all the photos. I was devastated. That was my pride and joy.
And we better introduce properly the third member of the team. All right, so
she's tired.
Okay, well there's
a more awake photo
in the car. Did you have I think you've shared a bit of your journey with her recently, but she's all better now, yeah?
Yes. No, she's doing well.
She just had a surgery on her. She had a little lump, and we had to sell. Well, Adrian, I sold his organs first to pay for the surgery.
Yes,
because I need a backup plan.
He was a blood match, and you weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she is great, and she loves the car because when she co-drives, because the dash is so flat, she actually gets really good vision. So she's in the middle between us, and she's telling us where to go. Yeah.
We'll jump ahead because this is what Dad bought. We're going to jump at some of the pluses and a few maybe minuses, but some of your setup, some of the way the accessories you bought, some of the things you've done to the car, and I'll jump back to still the buying process again in the first few weeks. But yeah, tell me about this.
Yeah, that's a little bed just brought from Big W that fits nicely across the rear seat. As Brandy said, she likes to be able to sit in between the seats and navigate wherever we're going. So even though the Jaecoo's advertised as pet friendly, she's still got that in there, which sort of helps protect the interior a little bit, being white, not knowing what that's going to do. But
and she gets to sit up, so it's a low view out, so even better.
Oh yeah. She loves to see where she's going.
Yeah.
And you're going. Let me want to go back to the car a little bit with the brand as well. Did it scare you or not buying something that, granted it's a very new brand for Australia?
Yeah, I suppose, yes. But then after doing the research and learning it was Chery, and Chery's huge car manufacturer, I had no concerns after that. So, and we knew other people that had Cherys, and they just raved about them. And once I knew that, I was like, done.
I think we've got one of your viewers who may or may not have seen it. Yeah, Nikki Potter. She said she wants one. So I think you may have.
Good on you, Nick.
How many people did you say, you were telling me before, how many people did you say you think have bought them as a result of your videos?
As of this week, we have had 31 people either comment or email us saying they've bought the J5 because they have watched our content. And never in our wildest dreams was that even a plan. We were just documenting what idiots we are learning about an EV. So to have 31 people go, we want to join you on that, and they are loving it. They're just like us. We learn, and it's been amazing.
I know. I mean, that's the thing. You're not alone. You find out very quickly you're not alone, particularly on YouTube, in good ways and bad ways. And again, there's Facebook groups and there's all sorts. But yeah, it's great to know that the Chery brand, you could satisfy yourself because they have done really good work in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It amazes me sometimes the propensity of people to latch on to some of the new brands. But then on other occasions, it doesn't really surprise me because the reputation's there. They've had some good quality petrol cars, and they come with EVs. And who wouldn't like this one? I mean, this is a beautiful looking car. You see them everywhere in Sydney. They're everywhere, and they are an excellent looking car. So,
if we see them in Bunbury, we're hanging out of the car. We're trying to wave. We've got windows down. We're trying to, we're like, oh, hey, dude, we're almost having an accident.
Little J5 cult getting around.
Yeah.
Tesla owners used to do that once upon a time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't wave as much anymore. But did you really like? Were you attracted to the car, the style?
Yes. Yeah, I personally was. It was almost the same size as my Santa Fe.
Yeah.
And we are large people. Adrian's 6'6", so we had to make sure that he could fit. So and I just can't do small cars. I mean, two big people in a small car plus her.
Yeah.
Not going to work. Yeah.
And clearly, there's no one else in the back seat, so that's
right.
He gets the whole back seat. And we were chatting beforehand. You've done a few road trips already, yeah? Tell me about some of the trips.
Yeah. Well, we've done a few to Perth, obviously, and back. We've been to Bridgetown. We've gone to Donnybrook. We've been to Margaret River. So we tend to do at least 400 kilometres in the car, And sometimes we just do a very quick charge and then come home and charge at home. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, I have seen a couple of your videos, and you started off with some pretty interesting experiences charging like everybody else. So how did you find that first charging experience? Public charging.
Well, I took some popcorn because it was a comedy show.
Oh yeah.
It was unbelievable. I rocked up, and then there were 4 cars, and then there was a group meeting going on in the middle, and then the group meeting had, the person in charge, and he was actually an IT EV person who didn't know how to use the charger, and he was using the wrong card, and then he couldn't work out if it was A or B, and I'm just sitting here like going, oh my Lord, what's going to happen now? So yeah, anyway, once they left, I worked it out myself, and we were fine. We did a quick 10, 15-minute charge just to feel our way through it, but it was a comedy show. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that is going to be like this all the time?
Someone's mentioned on the chat, have you got the Jaecoo app?
No, they don't have an app, but they do in England and Germany, I believe. So people, no app. Yeah.
Someone said that the Jaecoo app is pretty basic, so I'm not sure. We'll follow that up a bit later on.
I would have thought. Yeah, there's no app in Australia, and I believe there's no app coming to Australia. But we do use our Android Auto in the car to connect to do all maps and calls and all that sort of thing. So I'm actually quite happy it doesn't have an app.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have SIM connectivity. It's sort of standalone. Okay. Yeah.
So there was no promise of over-the-air updates or software, and you use Android Auto as the navigation system. And we were having a chat earlier as well that in terms of this figure this is pretty typical of your driving, and that figure there, the one on the right-hand side above, 16 kilowatt hours per 100. That's extremely good, and most cars on the open road, most EVs are 18 to 20, and that's an indication of efficiency, and the lower the better, right? So if you're approaching 15 on a regular cycle, particularly with some open road driving, that's extremely good. That means you're getting more Ks in the battery per kilowatt hour. So that's good going. I'm very impressed with that efficiency, and these are the sorts of things you don't really know. Some people don't follow it that closely, but it is good. It is using the power efficiently, which is good. So.
Yeah, well, around town it goes down to 13.
Yeah.
In town, so that I suspect that's why. And then obviously on the highway it sort of goes back up to 18. If we're going up a hill, it's 20, and but overall. Yeah,
and that is very good. And again, electricity is relatively cheap, and it's relatively affordable when you charge at home. Here's your setup, but you still want to see the car acting and working efficiently in the whole scheme of things. That gives you more range. Yeah. It's still nice to know. And here's your setup. You started with a bit of a trickle charger and worked your way up to something more permanent. Yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely. We had we tried out the trickle charger that the unit came with, the Type 1 charger that it came with.
Yeah.
That was subpar as expected and as we had researched.
Yeah.
Went down to a local hardware store, got the DeWalt one, and that was significantly better off the 10 amp original plug.
Yeah.
So we end up buying the DeWalt 32 kilowatt charger that's on the wall there now, and had that installed, and we had the battery and solar upgrade done on the house.
Okay.
And that's significantly better.
Yeah.
So you're basically charging for free, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So the J5s.
Yes, we are.
The J5's only got a 10 kilowatt DC charge. That's its max rate anyway. Yeah. So it's well and truly the DeWalt main wall charger. That's way down on the settings for that thing. Yeah. So it's pretty comfortable to charge.
So we've done 5,000 kilometres, and power we have paid is now $95 to do all of that, and it won't, and it shouldn't. That should be it. $95. I mean, $95 to do 5,000 kilometres in an EV, and it just and then some people complain. Oh, baby girl, and some people complain and go, well, I'm only paying 20. You know, when they thought 95 was expensive. I thought it was bloody.
People get. People get very, suddenly they're counting the pennies where they were unloading $120 a week. Hey, Adrian, I'm looking at you on diesel still.
Yeah. Don't worry, we just went to Lanceland with it. That hurt.
Yeah. We had to fill up in Lanceland. So that's why he doesn't have any body organs left. Yeah. Well, I don't have any either now because I had to leave them at the service station to pay for the fuel to get home.
How, I mean, we always like to share again people's whole journey because, like yourself, people have bought the car, they've bought the battery, you've got full solar as well, obviously. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's been you've had that for a while now, or that was part of this setup.
We only had 6.6 kilowatts, and then we upgraded to 16.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we've got the 20 kilowatt battery system with it. So we're really happy with that. We think that was a good investment, and what we save in fuel. Yeah. And home electricity. It's a no-brainer. Yeah. Pay for itself. It's like...
It is, and we've got 27 people watching now. That could be a record for us. So we might have to. We'll have to make it a regular thing. I know you're holding the site up. So thanks, guys. You brought all your crew. You brought all your crew with you as well. And just I know we've, apart from being an organ donor, Adrian has been particularly useful.
Unpaid slave labour.
He's very good at cleaning a car, so I could hire him out, actually. But no, he is the car cleaner of the family. Excellent. Yeah.
You've done lots of videos. Check out their videos. We'll show you the link to the if you haven't already checked it out on YouTube. But this one, you went through the cleaning. You went through a number of different products and bits and pieces in terms of the car as well as accessories. You looked at ceramic coating at one stage, but ruled that out, yeah?
No, we did it.
Actually did it.
Yeah, we actually did it. Yeah. Okay. Once again, complete amateurs, look like idiots. We had no idea what we were doing. You read the instructions and it says, anyway, we did do it. And I will say...
It's amazing. Absolutely
brilliant.
Amazing.
So that was a home kit. Again, for anyone watching, that was a home kit, right?
Yes. From Super Cheap, one of the auto stores in town. So
did it ourselves, paid full retail. We're not sponsored by anybody.
No.
The colour, when we first washed it, Adrian said this paint is extremely flat, and it's a cheap car. Let's be honest. It's not a $60,000 car. No. It was $37,000. You get what you pay for. Yeah. But now that he's done the ceramic coating, it is amazing, and keep it clean. It's so easy to. I should know. Well, it's easy to clean. Yeah. I'm going to say it's easy to clean. It's amazing to clean, but I don't even clean it myself.
It does look like it's easy to clean the way Adrian's cleaning it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's tall. He gets to the top of the roof where all the glass is.
Very handy. That car's just the right height. So that. And white, I like white too. Mine's white. It does look cleaner longer. Yes. And you did some stuff, but you lent a hand on the inside, Adrian, Brandy. Sorry.
Well, I need my professional help. I did the leather inside, and I did all the trim, and because I wasn't sure how white was going to go, and as you could appreciate, you're nerve-wracked when you're buying a white interior. Yeah, it's the first white interior we've ever had, but it's been fantastic. So, I mean, we do things sometimes, so we weren't sure how it was going to go.
Yeah, the rest of that video I played earlier went on to talk about whether the white was the right choice or not. How's that worked out with pet and living, general day-to-day living?
Yeah,
no, we've been pretty impressed with it so far. It's worn very well.
Yeah. And if you do, I mean, I've spilt water on it just to see if it is working, and it does repel, just sits on top, you soak it up, and I don't have any hesitation in having white anymore.
No.
So obviously
So
I give people side eye if they're going to eat in the car. I'll be like, better not be eating that. But
I was going to ask what treatment was this one? What was it called?
This is the Geon ceramic leather.
Okay.
It was the Geon paint ceramic coat, the Geon trim ceramic coat, and the Geon leather interior ceramic coat. So to be honest, it was only like $400 for the whole lot. Yet the dealer wanted sort of like $2,500, and it just didn't warrant it.
You know how they make the money on the extras.
Oh, no.
You go and see
Yeah.
the finance manager and the ceramic coating and the PPF, and
Yeah.
Adrian will be wrapping it. Adrian will be learning how to wrap and wrapping it short.
Can't talk about it.
And
Don't encourage
not in
it.
a music
What's
way.
that?
Not in a music way either. So.
No.
Rosco, calm down. Calm down.
For anyone wondering, not many EVs and SUVs have got windscreen wipers at the back, have they? But this is not a great photo, but there's a back window, and there's underneath a back window, and there's a tiny little windscreen wiper up there.
Yeah.
Does it work? Is it worth it or not?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say my biggest gripe with a car is that back window.
Yeah.
It is very slim. It's slim to anorexic to look through, and it just.
Yeah.
That is my biggest gripe. I mean, you can see out the back, and that's great. You should be looking forward anyway.
Yeah.
But I will say the rear vision is not fantastic. And what's your biggest gripe with the car? Now that you're 50.
Now that I'm 50, having to wear glasses sometimes to be able to see some of the ADAS logos on the main dash screen. My God.
They're tiny.
Yeah.
It is. And it's beeping at you and it's trying to tell you something, and it's like, quick, get the glasses, because I can't see it's just a little small on the dash, I will say. Yeah.
That one, and there's a main screen. There's a main screen, but this is a tiny little one in front of the driver.
So it just a little on the small side. If you're under 50 and you buy one of these, you're not going to have a problem. But once you turn 50, you need glasses if you're going to drive it.
It's all downhill from there.
I haven't driven one. I watched a couple of reviews on it. And how are the bings and bongs that they talk about on a day-to-day basis? Let's work through a few of the nuances of owning these sorts of cars. Yeah.
Actually, it's not too bad. A lot of the systems that are obviously the safety systems are on permanently. Yeah. But they're not overly overpowering where you're crazy trying to turn them off all the time because they're annoying you. They're not that intrusive.
So your Platinum is annoying because he gets warnings all the time about the steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what it is?
In the Ute.
Yes.
Because he's driving so straight, it doesn't recognise. So it's going beep, 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 beep. But this one is not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I mean, if it's beeping at you, it's beeping at you for a reason. So whether a door's open or
it's an important part of the whole thing that they need to review, because if it's just warnings and warnings and warnings, you start to block it out. And so, but if it's you need to be listening when it's a genuine warning, so you do actually take. But good to know, because I know it's a great looking car on the outside. It's a great looking car on the inside. That is genuine leather. I'm just going to check as we go along. It is genuine leather.
Oh, I have no idea. It's white. It's clean. That's all I know.
All right,
it's pet friendly.
So
it shouldn't be. I mean, for 30. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought for 37,000 it's genuine leather.
No. Good. I'm glad that's fine. That's appeased a whole lot of people. That's good.
No, I don't think
it's deemed pet friendly type interior. So what that means?
Yeah, silicone.
Yeah, that's good. We had 30 viewers, and now we're down to 24 because I said it was genuine leather. So no, it's not. I made a mistake.
Get everybody away.
Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, look, we've got Stan on the crew tonight.
Oh, I love Stan. Hey, Stan.
The best part of this is the good people in the community and the new owners, and that's the great part of it. Stan joined you. When was that? That was a month or so ago already now, yeah?
Yeah, at Bunbury. So we met up because, I mean, how do you do that? How do you drive around Australia in 30 days? I mean, that's just ridiculous. But he did it, and I was just, like, amazed. I mean, we can't go camping because Stella needs a king-size bed to sleep in. So we can't do that in the J5. So unfortunately, we'll just have to take the caravan.
It might be. So you're keen caravanners, keen campers, keen boats people as well.
Well, you know, we like to go places, but you know, we've had a caravan for 7, 8 years
8
now.
years,
Yeah. So and we went to South Australia.
Yeah.
And that was our biggest trip we ever did. And then we recorded it just for ourselves. And that's how YouTube all came about, because I needed the family to watch it. And then people thought, who are these idiots in a caravan driving from Perth to South Australia? But and then unfortunately it sort of got a little bit popular. And
well, that's good. And again, it gets harder and easier. But hey, look, we're gonna celebrate an important milestone tonight. Okay, so here we go.
Yes.
You've just hit 3,000 subscribers. So I'm not even on 2,000 yet, and then it's getting harder and harder every day. So congratulations. So
thank you. Yeah, it's it's been a real whirlwind, and it certainly is not a business for us. So we're we don't we tell people about stuff we buy. We pay full retail, and if people you can get a commission, I don't interested. This is not a business for us. We're just recording our memories, and if you want to come along, great, and if you don't mind. So
and Stella's the dog, and at this Stella Life, tune in for a lot of good stuff on every step of the way for the Jaecoo J5. There's been great stories. So look forward to more of your travels. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. It's been fantastic. I really appreciate it. Anything else you'd like to say?
Thanks for everybody who's watching. We really appreciate you guys. And Mrs. EV, you're an angel with invisible wings, keeping the show alive.
That's Mrs. Amazing to you.
Yes.
We've got anything else you'd like to add for anyone that you think would be looking to buy a Jaecoo J5?
Oh, well, for me, if you're new to EVs like we are, I would highly recommend it, only for the price, warranty, 8 years, unlimited kilometre warranty backed by Cherry.
Yeah.
It's a decent sized car, and it's a lot of car for a little bit of money. And I just don't think you can. We did look at other ones, but they were a lot more, and the range is really good. Yeah. And why spend $60,000 on something if you're not sure if it's going to work? I was not comfortable spending $60,000 on an EV when we've never had one before. Although now it's
really fun to drive.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It is absolutely incredible. Brilliant. And I could never go back to a petrol or a diesel car.
That's it.
For the fact that it's just, I've got my own petrol station on my roof, and it's amazing.
Brilliant. There'll be a few utes coming shortly, Adrian, but within 6 to 12 months.
Yes.
Pretty sure that we can find you something. Thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciate your time. Great to hear your stories. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Great.
Thanks for all the fans from This Stella Life for joining us tonight. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
That was Adrian, Brandy, and Stella. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Record viewers tonight. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Those who aren't convinced they should be buying a J5, I'm pretty sure you should now. I love it. I think it's a fantastic car. Thanks to Riz for giving us an update on the Tesla situation. Sorry to hear about Dan Caesar, and for that man who's looking to buy only a Japanese or Korean car. I hope you've got some more options now. I'm Rosco, and we'll see you next week.